burning cash like gasoline. No time has come. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
What's up, wrestling fans? It's Jimmy, the MailMan Milstead here, and it's episode 52 of the Small Package, right here on this July 13th, 2019. We're live from Washington State and in my backyard. So hopefully the internet's pretty smooth. Hopefully you can hear me this time. It's been a while. We haven't talked to you since Stomping Grounds a couple of weeks ago, which was also in my backyard here at the Tacoma Dome, which I thought kind of over-delivered. It was a B pay-per-view. I just want to send a shout-out to our buddy Clint Reiner for that card. He went 9-0. My buddies are Mark Woods on the line here. We already hear him. Sorry about that. My buddy, the Hitman Clint Reiner, has overtaken the lead in first place. He had a perfect 9-0 record last pay-per-view, and he is now 25-10 here for our prediction standings. As I've got my trusty Jericho list, and let's check a look at the standings right now, guys. You can see that. I don't think you can, but our small package standings. The Hitman Clint Reiner is now at 25-10. We've got our defending champion, the Rory Barr. He's at 24-11. Our buddy Mark Wood slips up to third place. He is 23-12. It's hard reading this backwards, by the way. Let me put this like this. What do we got? We got the Mendel Taker. He was in first place pretty much the start of the season. He's in fourth place with previous first place guy, Tim Kelly, the pipe layer. He had a terrible Stomping Grounds. He was there at the event with me, but he had a terrible record that day, and he slips to fourth place, but not bad. 22-13 for Tim. We've got Deadpool James Herrera, our internet buddy on Twitter, 21-14, as well as me, the Mailman Jimmy Milstead. We've got Luis Canna Lopez right behind us at 20-15. What else we got? We've got King Louie. He said he's going to take the championship. He needs to get it going, guys. King Louie, Eric Lucart, is only at 15-20. He's probably made the most ballsy picks of the wrestling season here. Then we got the Rat Boy, Ryan Alexander Taylor, only 11-14. He sat out once again. What was it? Super Showdown. I keep wanting to call it Crown Jewel, but let's see if he can make the comeback. And then we welcome out of control Cody Thomas. He had an impressive first pay-per-view with us at 7-2. Let's see if he can catch us, guys. So what were your thoughts of Stomping Grounds? I'll bring my tag team partner on, Mark Wood here. 1 second, Mark. We always got to bring you on with the theme song. Without further ado, from Belle out in Maryland, let's bring on Mark Wood, the Woodchuck, who is in third place. Mark Wood.
What's going on, bud?
Nothing much. Pretty good day.
Yeah, it was 93 and sunny and hot here.
Yeah. Well, it's
no rain for once, for a while.
Yeah, we've had some. It's been a weird July. This is when the sun comes out. It's been a lot of overcast, but it's really humid out here. I don't recall it being this humid out west. All that humidity is where I grew up, back where you are. But can't complain. It's a nice, cool night. I don't have the temperature on me right now at this given second, but 70 degrees. We've had a lot of sun today, but man, it was a lot of packages to deliver today. I just got home. Amazon Prime is just killing me right now. So I really wish the USPS would jack up the price a little bit. Probably not for you guys, but I think they're making a killing on us. But a busy day for the mailman. and I'm glad Mark Wood, the Woodchuck, has joined us. What do you think of your record in third place? How are you feeling early here in the prediction season for WWE wrestling? As we've got WWE Extreme Rules tomorrow. How excited are you for the pay-per-view, sir?
It'll be interesting. Seth and and Becky are it's a kind of an interesting match, because if it goes sideways for them, what happens to the relationship personally between them, out of the ring? And so I mean that would be probably a good hard twist. And I guess Aleister Black's finally gonna find somebody to play with, because he's been saying that for about a month and a half to 2 months on promo.
I know that. I know that's been driving you pretty much insane since they've tried to. He's been sitting there in the backstage areas, and who was his opponent going to be? And lo and behold, Cesaro, the one who knocks. I've got a Breaking Bad vibe about him. You love that show, right? Do you think he'd look good in a? I already forgot the gentleman's name. Eisenhower, right?
Heisenberg.
Heisenberg, yeah. It's been a while.
He looked good in a Heisenberg hat.
Yeah, let's see if he comes out in a gimmick like that, because he's had 10 million theme songs since he's been in WWE. What do you think of his new theme song? We'll get to the match in a minute, but how you digging Cesaro lately?
Well, I mean, he's what I was gonna say. His tag team partner's been out for a while, hasn't he, with a surgery or something?
Yeah, Sheamus. He's always had spinal stenosis, so I'm not even sure how long that guy's career is going to be overall. I mean, he's still a beast, but kudos to Sheamus. I don't think he gets enough credit. I mean, a lot of people don't. They're not his cup of tea, but physically a great powerhouse, and hopefully he's doing all right. I'm not sure what the deal is with Sheamus, but yeah, Cesaro I like better on his own, anyways. But well, buddy, real quick, we're not doing a review of Stomping Grounds, but since we didn't have a post show, real quick, I just wanted to give a shout out once again to Clint Griner. Where is my? There it is. Clint Griner went 9-0 that night, and he was the last guy to get his picks in. So the Hitman didn't get one pick wrong, and that was the first guy this year to go 9-0. You, sir, were a brilliant 8-1. Your only loss was Samoa Joe, as Ricochet won the United States Championship. Did you have any thoughts on Ricochet? That was a hell of a great match, I thought. I thought the first hour and a half, well, I enjoyed the whole card being there live, but I thought the first hour and a half of WWE Stomping Grounds was pretty damn entertaining, and then it kind of lost steam at the end. Did you have any thoughts on Ricochet winning the United States Championship?
It's a great opportunity for the kid. Like I say, he's definitely he's going to get people's attention, a lot better than probably some of the others that are doing, that are new to the thing. I think he's going to be around for quite a while. He's got a hell of a girlfriend, I'll tell you that much.
Yes, sir. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
She went to Towson University, yeah.
Yep, she sure did. And she was a hell of a gymnast too. So
you might know more about her than I mean, I'm not totally caught up on NXT. Has she been featured? I know she's on the.
I haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see how that
I've
goes.
seen her backstage more times at WWE than I don't know.
Yeah. So
Casey Cantazaro.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I got something going nuts here, but
to prevent HIV from the.
Sorry about that. I just wanted to get back to my Stomping Grounds picks. I was about to hit my boy Elvis Presley, but the stupid computer won't kick it in. Oh, there he is. So my two picks I got wrong that night. Let's see. Formalities. I ended up picking Tony Nese to retain the title last time, and he lost. That was a great match with Drew Gulak and Akira Tozawa. But kudos to Drew Gulak, first time ever winner, 205 Live Cruiserweight Championship. And then the other pick I got wrong, I had Alexa Bliss winning via DQ. Bailey straight up beat her. with Nikki Cross there at ringside. But not a bad record for the mailman, as he went 7-2. So I'm pretty happy. But we didn't really review Stomping Grounds. I really enjoyed the pay-per-view. Mark, anything stand out you for that pay-per-view?
I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody's starting to get tired of Shane taking up spots, important match spots. You know, that could be going to other people. You know, and I kind of see that. My only other question is, where is Stephanie and what's she up to? Is she working on the XFL stuff, or what's the deal there? Because
I don't think she has anything to do with XFL. That's all Daddy. But
yeah, a couple months ago, they were all in the ring saying they were gonna listen, and gave that big old speech. And the only thing they've really done since then is shove Shane down our throat. I mean, I love Shane. He's a good. He's a decent wrestler. He's got that hype, but he just needs to stay behind the camera. Don't need to see him that much. But so it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yes, sir. Oh, I got the chat up, and lo and behold, John Loose Cannon Lopez has joined us. This guy is always a loyal small package fan. I'd give a shout out to the Loose Cannon. He had a great Stomping Grounds. Let's take a look at what he did last pay-per-view. Let's see, where are you, Loose Cannon? He only lost 3 matches. He went 5, 6. It was 9 matches on the card. He went 6-3. Did I count that right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 3. He only got let's see. He got Nice wrong. He got Samoa Joe wrong, and he picked I can't even see who he picked wrong. He picked Lacey Evans. He was the only one, I think. So but a great night for Loose Cannon Lopez. How are you doing, sir? Let's see what he said on the chatter here. Drew Gulak and Bailey retained their titles. He thinks coming up. Happy Saturday indeed, sir. Cheers. You guys are probably watching wrestling. I am playing catch up, so I hope, Loose Cannon, you're having a great Saturday night. There's so much wrestling to choose from tonight, Mark. We got Evolve going on tonight. I'm going to check that out after the show. We've got AEW Fight for the Fallen. That's a free event, I believe. I think you can get it on the Fight TV app, if I'm not mistaken. You've also got, in the thick of the G1 tournament now over in Japan, I'm interested to see Johnny Moxley, how well he does. So there's so much wrestling, and I'm so far behind on it, guys. But I hope you guys have a great Saturday night watching whatever you choose. There's so much to choose from. And then, I mean, obviously, indies are all over the place. Me and the pipe player, Tim Kelly, we're going to be hitting local Defy shows out here in a couple of weeks. There's a big 8-man tournament. We're also going to get Chris Daniels out here. He's taking the spot of Brian Cage, who can't make it. And then we got New Japan stars coming out here to take on the Defy guys in August, and I am so excited to see that. That's going to be in Tacoma. So we'll have to have a report on that. But like I said, we got the WWE Extreme Rules tomorrow, emanating from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, probably one of the birthplaces of Extreme. We've got, Mark, we've got Paul Heyman and Eric Bischoff back in the fold. Let's get your thoughts real quick before we get onto our predictions. What are you thinking here? Is Vince McMahon really still behind the scenes, just trying to get people excited? But
he's reeling. I mean, if it was back in the 90s, 90s, late early 2000s, this would be that would be his dream to have these two doing what they're doing. But I don't know how much of a handcuff that they're actually going to be doing now that they have Fox coming on board and that kind of thing, to where they can promote those things that you could on a normal cable type of channel. I mean, I know it's probably going to be Fox's secondary stations that they're going to put it on. I don't think they're going to put it right on Fox, regular Fox channel for 2 nights a week. But it would be interesting. Like I say, but I think they're going to have handcuffs on, so it's going to be kind of limited to what it was back in the old days. I mean, you see Kevin Owens doing the Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner. I mean, that's kind of a Yeah, kind of a bring back to that. And you see in these Braun Strowman's and Bobby Lashley's going through. That was entertaining.
What'd you think of Corey Graves? I mean, we've had some small hints, a little shock value on cable TV, saying the holy shit during live TV, no bleepage. I'm sure that was there on purpose. But we also had Kofi Kingston doing a classic
middle finger,
Samoa Joe the bird. I mean, I think more shit like that's going to be entertaining for the. I mean, the main wrestling fans right now are people from the Attitude Era. And, I mean, it's good to see kids getting into theirs, but
could you see Corey Graves turning into a little perv like Jerry the King Lawler was? Talking about puppies all the time.
Yeah, well, it looks like he's got a hot dish now, him and Carmelo. I mean, on the Instagram. What are you thinking of Corey Graves as Carmelo, the fabulous one? On his coattails.
I thought he would have more of a thing for Mandy Rose and Carmella.
Yeah, he goes crazy for anybody that's a butte coming out. But I've really enjoyed, I'm still a big Corey Graves fan. That guy's awesome. He kind of keeps it real. But anyways, I'm pretty excited for the pay-per-view tomorrow. Not a lot going on here. I've got to cut my backyard tomorrow. The weeds are starting to grow. I like to say it's grass, but it's definitely weeds. But we had a great 4th of July here, and I'm ready for some Extreme Rules. So let's get into it, shall we, Mark?
Sure. It's fired up.
All right, there's the match. We've got John Loose Cannon Lopez. John, if you feel free to repeat what your picks are, I'll read them on the feed. I don't have everybody's feed. Everybody's gotten their picks in to me besides just the Rat Boy and the Bar. They're coming in right now. So we'll have all the panels picks out for you tomorrow morning, and we'll post them up on Twitter and on Facebook. And maybe we haven't had a post show in a long time. I know we're gonna have one soon. I'm not sure if we'll do it tomorrow, but it's just been real tough after every pay-per-view to get that done. The last time I was live, so. But once again, we're going to be in an ECW country tomorrow, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's going to be definitely a hot crowd tomorrow there at the Philadelphia Wells Fargo Center, home of the Philadelphia Flyers. But I'm excited. We've got 10 matches on the card. Let's dive into it. Let's see. They haven't really announced what the pre-show match was, so I'm taking it's going to be our opening tag match, the Revival, Scott Dawson, Dash Wilder versus the Usos. This rivalry has continued, Jay and Jimmy. It's going to be a tag team match for the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. A lot of rumors out there. I'm not sure how long. Do you know how long the Revival's still signed for? I mean, a lot of it will hinder probably on this match result. I kept thinking about how this one was going to go. I don't know all the particulars. Does John Loose Cannon Lopez know? Let's go back to some of his comments. He said, back to Stomping Grounds, he said, yeah, he picked Lacey Evans for the shock win, and he said he was wrong. LOL. So, yeah, Loose Cannon, man, that was not really a bad pick. They're featuring her pretty nice, but we'll get to her in a minute. Looks like she's in the main event. Kevin Owens was the highlight of this week's SmackDown show for sure, as he kind of basically said what Mark said earlier, where less of Shane McMahon to give others more airtime would be nice. So we'll see how that goes. And so with that, we've got our first matchup of the night. Once again, the Revival versus the Usos. Mark, I'll start off with you, sir. You're going all in on the Usos. It's their time. How many times have these guys won the tag team titles?
Maybe they're trying to get to 17 or 18, like Ric Flair and John Cena and those. They want to be the tag team version of those guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, I got no qualms for either side on who would win. I'm not sure how SummerSlam's going to go for either one of these teams, but there's plenty of face teams to go against the Revival still in the feud, I would think. It's just that WWE isn't putting them on TV, I guess. I think the winners is, like I said, is going to determine the future of the Revival. So I'm going to say the Revival win at least this matchup as I'm looking for my my camera. I'm not on TV. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna go with a Revival, Mark. With this one, we'll see how it plays out. I want to say their contracts situation sometime in September or something. I don't know. I'll have to read up more on that. But it'll be interesting for sure.
So what do you think? SummerSlam loss? Is that what you're saying?
It could be. I mean, there's some tag teams. They've been highlighting they've been on Raw a lot. They're Paul Heyman. They're the NXT Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits have been featured a lot.
Yeah, I don't quite understand.
So I know they're pretty much groomed. I don't know. They still have unfinished business there in NXT, but I mean, you've got the Undisputed Era down there. There's so many tag teams that can come up as well. It's going to be interesting to see, but I have no doubt this will be a bust-ass match on the pre-show. These guys always have good chemistry together. So we'll see who's right. I think either one of us can take this one home. I haven't got everybody's picks jotted down, but based on what I see here, let's see. I believe Out of Control Cody Thomas agrees with you with the Usos, and I haven't been able to get the bulk of everybody else's down like I wanted to. I didn't have enough time. But it looks like John Luz Canna Lopez and Deadpool James Herrera agree with me. We're going to go Revival. John Luz Canna says not sure when the pre-show is as well. So what was that, Mark?
The bar went with the Revival.
Oh, okay.
And so did and so did Rat Boy.
Oh, okay. Cool. If you can announce their picks, that'd be great. Well, I mean, we don't have to do that. I'll get their picks out here at some point. I'm usually going to have everybody's
the Mendo Taker.
Yeah, Kevin Mendelsohn.
Yeah, he took the Revival as well.
Okay, so we got a good mix of both teams. This should be a decisive match, I would say, but I think it'll be a great match, and we'll see how it goes from there. Let's see what the next match I got down is. I'm not sure what my match order is official, but we're going to go with the last man standing match, Braun Strowman versus Bobby Lashley. These two guys have been going to war lately. Like we said, they went through the Jumbotron, and I guess the injuries to Braun was he had like a lacerated spleen or something. I don't even remember what he had, but he was more messed up than Bobby Lashley. Who did Lashley take out last week? I can't remember. Rey Mysterio? So yeah. Rey was pretty much jobbed out. He hasn't looked too strong lately, but Bobby Lashley looks like he's good to go. But we'll see how Braun. When's the last time we saw Braun? Was he on last week's show?
No, the last time we saw him, he was going through the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't seen Braun Strowman in forever, but
yeah, it's been 2 or 3 weeks.
How have you liked the build-up on this one?
I mean, I'm taking Strowman, but because I just think he's a carrier that WWE needs to start pushing. I don't understand what the deal is with.
Yeah,
that whole remember the Vince McMahon limo thing back a few months ago. I didn't quite understand. Yeah. I didn't quite understand what that was all about. He's like he's going to punish him, but to me, I don't understand why he knocked him back like that. Braun's he's a fan favorite. Everybody kind of he's kind of a good baby face now that things are going on between him and Lashley. But I don't get it. I mean, I think the guy's, multi-talented with good size and I want to see him go against Lesnar, but he hasn't done that yet either.
Well, he did that a couple of times a long time ago. What was it what was that October pay-per-view a couple years or September? Not Backlash. This is where we need John Luz Cannon. What was the pay-per-view they kept doing? No Mercy. I mean, Braun just kept getting beat by Brock. So, but I don't know. I think this match has the capabilities of being pretty intense again. Being Extreme Rules, they need to pull off some shocking stuff. Maybe that we haven't seen before, but that's tough to do in the wrestling business. I had some notes jotted down. What was I going to say? If you have faith in any WWE finally giving Lashley a legitimate push to the main event title, a victory here would make it more sense. But for whatever reason, a feud involving Lashley and the likes of Brock Lesnar just doesn't really appear in the cards. According to Vince, the way he does things. I mean, we haven't seen Lashley and Brock ever, I don't think. If we have, I don't remember. I might have been in the Army or something. But WWE loves to prop up Strowman with wins and create scenarios in which his massive strength can break things on television and then never quite push him in any sense of the way. With that bit of overthinking in mind, I'm expecting to agree with you, Mark. I'm going to go with Braun Strowman to get the win since it's kind of like a comeback for him after getting taken out by Lashley. Does this extend to SummerSlam? I have no idea. In Toronto, by the way. Let's see what Loose Cannon has to say. I have failed. There it is. I got so many windows up. Loose Cannon picked Braun in the last man standing. He likes Bobby Lashley, but he's been underutilized on his second run in WWE. I totally agree, Loose Cannon. So it was Hell in a Cell. Okay. He said it was Hell in a Cell last September with Brock interference on Braun, and he failed to successfully win the Universal title cash-in. That's right. So thanks for that review there. I mean, all these months, these pay-per-views, that's the thing with WWE. They're not as memorable to me. Maybe I'm just getting too old too. I might have early dementia, which is not good. But
yeah.
But I don't know. I think it'll be entertaining. We've seen them do the tug of war contest. What else do they do? Just stuff we've seen before in wrestling. But
things fall anywhere.
Yeah, they've kept. What do you think of the lately? They've been doing a lot of 2 out of 3 falls matches. Every week.
It's like they don't have enough superstars to push. Like, they're just using these guys as fillers to do the 2 out of 3s.
I mean they've got enough superstars.
I understand when they went to Japan, they might not have enough. And, you do it that 1 week. That makes a lot of sense because, a lot of people are traveling, overseas. But I have Eric Lucard he's got Lashley. The Mendel Taker's got where's it at? Oh, Braun. He's got Braun. And let's see, Rat Boy has Bobby Lashley.
Okay. So there's a couple Lashleys. I've got all my guys, Deadpool, Loose Cannon, and Out of Control agree with me, and you, Strowman. So
and so does the Bar.
So normally I'll have
Braun.
Here in the future I'll get everybody's picks in before I do the show. Sorry guys, I just haven't had time to jot them all down yet, but we will have the board out for you and anybody keeping along because that championship belt's coming to somebody from Tampa. But all right, so we'll move on to the next. We're flowing around pretty good here, Mark. We're having a good flow to the show. Let's go to our next matchup. I've got Ricochet, the newly crowned United States champion. Well, look at this feud. I even enjoyed this. He's taking on AJ Styles, who has turned heel. It's a singles match for the WWE United States Championship. AJ has had the Good Brothers in his back pocket. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows are in the fold back. It's a good. They've signed long-term deals. We thought maybe, I think 5 years. I don't know what the number is, but we thought maybe they would, since they haven't been utilized to their full capacity,
right,
like many other teams, we thought maybe they'd be a candidate to jump to AEW. But lo and behold, Vince McMahon has pretty much snatched them for a while. So it looks like they've enticed them to stay by putting them in AJ Styles' corner. This is going to be an interesting matchup, Mark. How are you liking the program?
I'm going to roll with Styles on this one.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I know Ricochet's my boy, but AJ's phenomenal. I hate to say it, but and I don't understand the twist using the Good Brothers, but that's another team just like Braun Strowman. I believe it's being underutilized, and deserves more opportunities and more FaceTime for those guys.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to what's going on. Luke Hart's got Styles. Mendel Taker has Ricochet. Rat Boy has AJ Styles.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Bar has.
It's a tough pick. My guy's Deadpool, John Luce Cannon Lopez, who's on the chat with us, and Out of Control Cody Thomas. They've all picked AJ Styles. So it's a predominant AJ Styles. I hate to break
AJ too.
I hate to break the news to you guys, but Ricochet is somehow gonna. I mean, come on, he's not gonna lose the title. At least I hope not. Unless it's going on to bigger and better things. But I think these guys can have a well drawn out program. Whether or not you think he loses the title here and he gets a rematch at SummerSlam, and they'll put on another bust ass match there. But give me Ricochet. A lot of torn indecisiveness amongst the panel here. I'm really excited about this match, Mark. They've already torn the house down on a couple of Raws. What do we got? 50-50 booking so far, pretty much. Let's go to the chat. I haven't talked to Loose Cannon. He's probably got some things to say. Loose Cannon just back to he hasn't been able to keep up with the pay-per-views, and it's way too much. But he has Ricochet retaining the United States Championship over AJ Styles. So yeah, Loose Cannon. Did I mistype you? Okay, let me know if I mistyped. I have you down for Styles, Loose Cannon. So we got to get straight with you. If heel AJ wins, I would still be happy. Loose Cannon, let me know your official pick right here, right now. I might have typoed. On Twitter, you gave me AJ Styles, but I'll get back to you offline on that. I'll double check before we send things out. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Like I said, is this a tough prediction? WWE just put the title on Ricochet, and they're clearly looking to push him. The U.S. Championship has basically been a hot potato belt, so why not change here now? But it needs to settle somewhere. I would think it would be here. Samoa Joe basically had a rough run with it. Apparently, Rey Mysterio's injury kind of jacked that program up. He was handed the title back pretty much, but he lost that match to Ricochet on Stomping Grounds. So I just don't see him taking the title off here. Maybe we'll have some shenanigans. I don't know. But when I look at my selections before I've presented them all to you guys, man, I don't know if I have a lot of title changes. So, I mean, this could be an AJ Styles win. But I am going Ricochet, Mark. Any other thoughts on this match?
I mean, no. Like I say, I'm enjoying Ricochet because he's doing a lot of moves that the veterans normally don't do in WWE because he's got a gymnastics background, obviously, and it's good to see those types of moves because he gives you an eye opener real quick to see see something different going on. So it's good.
Yeah, you can't really tell. Well, there's a couple of trees behind me. The wind picked up. I'm making sure all my my little letters don't blow away. Got him tucked under the computer here. But anything, Rick, Loose Cannon, I'm so glad he's joined us. Yeah, Loose Cannon, you picked AJ on Twitter, but he's going to Loose Cannon right here on the small package has his final pick is Ricochet. So I will correct that on my PowerPoint. Maybe it was me on a typo. So once again, if I make a mistake, guys, let me know. But we'll talk to you offline about that. But our next matchup, another one of Mark Wood's boys. We're going to go with the basically, it's not really his WWE debut, but it's Aleister Black. I guess his singles debut here on the main roster, as he is going to take on the one who knocks Cesaro. Mark, what did he knock on his apartment door? I mean, I don't remember. He just knocked on his door and left. And he's the Aleister Black has been looking for an opponent here for weeks on end, driving Mark Wood crazy. Finally, we have an opponent, and I'm pretty excited about this matchup. It's probably a little too predictable, but I don't know, man. I think these guys, I wouldn't want to see any other match. Mark, your thoughts? Your boy's Aleister Black.
You know who I'm rolling with. I am gonna roll with him. I don't see Cesaro getting that dude up to do the his 360s helicopter spins that he likes to do in the middle of the ring. The
Cesaro swing.
Yeah, the Cesaro swing. I don't think him getting Aleister Black up on doing that, because I just think that he's pretty athletic as well. He brings a different.
Aleister Black's not that heavy though. I think he can get him around. Well, maybe you won't see it this match, but I think this will be a bust-ass match. Was there any stipulation? Let me bring up the card here. It's just a singles match. So, in Extreme Rules, hasn't been a lot of stipulations added to these, whether or not they add anything on the pre-show or not. This is just a bust-ass singles match. So, Extreme Rules, it just looks like a regular match. But, sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, you're good. Eric Lucart's taking Cesaro. Mendel Taker's taking Black. Rat Boy's taking Black. And the Bar is taking Black. So,
all right.
Looking like a dark night.
Yeah, let me see my guys real quick before. I'll let Loose Cannon make his final picks since he so graciously joined us live. But I had Loose Cannon down for Black. We all got Black. So, it's like pretty straightforward. I don't know if as much as I love Cesaro, I just don't see him. I can't wait to see the entrance. Aleister Black's probably the closest thing to a modern day Undertaker for an entrance.
Right.
Put him in the box. Man, it's a beautiful night here, guys. Wish we could all have a round table here. And then I have a fire pit right behind me, or in front of me. It's an electric atmosphere out here. We'll listen to some Sasquatch Chronicles or something. But Mark, I got to get you out here, buddy. Loose Cannon, you're close by. Let's get together, man. But so I think that'll be a great match. I had some comments on this, and I can't seem to get them up. Like I just don't think anybody is going to pick Cesaro in this situation. Unfortunately, I wish Cesaro would be a WWE champion, to tell you the truth, but. It'll be a killer matchup, and I could see this one getting a lot of time. Hell, I would love to see this open, but we'll see how that goes. But let's move on to our next matchup, shall we, Mark?
Yep.
We're rolling along pretty good here. The next one I have is Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan. They are the current SmackDown Tag Team Champs. They're taking on the New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods, and Heavy Machinery, Otis and Tucker. I keep wanting to call him Tucker Knight and Otis. What was Otis's last name? I don't know. They dropped that real quick, but it's a triple threat tag match for the WWE SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Again, no other stipulations on this one. I really dug that tag matchup between Heavy Machinery, Daniel Bryan. Even Daniel Bryan was totally a baby-faced heel, if that makes sense, here in Tacoma for Stomping Grounds. Everybody in that place was yes chanting. I really felt bad. I was yes chanting as well because I'm a Daniel Bryan mark, but it was just fun to do it. But Otis and Tucker Knight look really good in that tag match, and I'm kind of I think Vince can trust these guys. They're gaining a lot of steam here in the tag circuit, and this is my one of my lone title changes, guys. I can't believe I'm saying this. I'm going Heavy Machinery, so put that in the mailbox. And smoke that pipe, guys. Will they? Would Vince rather extend this program to a regular single tag on tag and not a triple threat for SummerSlam for giving Heavy Machinery their big moment? That's to remain to be seen. But this is one of the matchups I think I see a title change. And I am going Otis and Tucker. They never did really have a good run at NXT and never won the straps down there. So they're kind of like the Enzo and Big Cass of this 2019. But what say you, Mark? Ooh,
I'm with Heavy Machinery as well.
What are you thinking?
I just think, that that compactor move that they use to finish is it's an interesting finishing move. And then you got Otis doing the worm. I mean, that's entertaining. It's fun to see him do that. So
Scotty Too Hotty would be proud of that one.
Yeah, I could see him getting a nice little push here. Eric Lucart took Heavy Machinery as well, and
nice.
Mendeltaker, Rat Boy, and Barr all took the Planet's champions, Daniel Bryan and Rowan.
All right. Well, my guys over here. Let me see. Let's flip the can. I'll get back to Loose Cannon here on the chat and let him talk. I've got Deadpool with Bryan and Rowan retaining. I said Heavy Machinery. Loose Cannon has Bryan and Rowan, and then Out of Control, Bryan and Rowan. So maybe they see those guys taking the tag titles. I'd like to see Bryan go back to a singles push, but they've been pretty entertaining tag champs for the most part in my book. I just think it's time. But Loose Cannon, keep trying to find. There you are. Loose Cannon says, okay, sorry, took that back. I thought I picked Ricochet. No, we got that down. Aleister Black wins his official singles debut from our last pick there. Then he has Daniel Bryan and Rowan to retain the SmackDown Tag Champs. So did he switch that one on me too? Let me see. What did I just say? No, yeah, he had Bryan and Rowan. So, all right, Loose Cannon. I think that'll be probably one of the biggest pops of the night, possibly. Philly, I could see Philly really popping hard for that tag change. But I honestly still think there should be only one tag division. You got any thoughts on that, Mark?
I don't know. The women's tag team titles, they only have one. Obviously, they don't have quite as many females, but they're making it quite kind of interesting with being able to flip from show to show. And
don't get me started on that tag division. It is so. I mean, don't get me started on those tag titles. Those women tag titles are the most irrelevant thing in professional wrestling right now.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of sad. I mean, we got my lady Asuka, and I think we barely saw them in a vignette backstage with what was it? Paige was saying mouthpiece. I don't know. I don't know what to say about this ladies tag team championships. It's kind of been an epic fail so far. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I love my my girls from Australia, but at some point it's time for them to take a side trip and do something else. I mean, they're pretty entertaining, but as far as wrestling goes, I mean, Billie Kay's not, Sasha Banks, and that was a better actual wrestling tag team, Sasha and Bailey.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm sure they had plans, possibly still with Sasha, but we'll get to that in a minute. Loose Cannon says he's had internet problems, but he's back. Hopefully, it's not because of me, because I'm out in nature right now. But so, all right, so we all are excited for that tag team match. I think a lot of people might get that one right with Heavy Machinery, but we'll see. Loose Cannon has them winning possibly at SummerSlam. So let's move on to our next match, shall we? I've got the Cruiserweight match. I actually put this on the main card, guys. I don't have it on the pre-show. I just jinxed him, I think, though, Mark. Drew Gulak, once again, that was an entertaining match to win his first ever championship. He's been a long time too, a live guy. I've enjoyed his matches with Kushida. Have you been watching those, Mark, on NXT? I'm kind of 2 weeks behind, but he's had some. If you haven't seen Gulak, he was out in your backyard in Maryland. I think that was in Bel Air. How far away is that?
That's northwestern Maryland, up by where Cal Ripken lives at.
Oh, okay. I mean, it's been a while. I've heard of Bel Air, but I wasn't sure what arena that was in. But that's where the NXT tapings were a couple of weeks ago. But him and Kushida had a bust-ass match. Good submission-type grappling. But he has been a hell of a wrestler that I've respected, a great heel. but he's once again taking on Tony Nese. Tony Nese, this time a singles match, gets a rematch for his rematch clause. I was actually surprised that Tony Nese lost that match. That was one of the picks I got wrong, as we saw at the top of the show here on Stomping Grounds. But Drew Gulak, Tony Nese for the singles match for the WWE Cruiserweight Championship in Drew Gulak's backyard, by the way. He is the Philadelphia native. I'm going to go Drew Gulak to retain. Right now it's his time to shine. What I don't like about him is his during the Cruiserweight tournament, he had a better theme song, and he's gone to when he went to that presidential gimmick. His new theme song just isn't as cool. I love that guitar riff song he had, and I don't have it on me, but maybe we'll end the show with that song if I can find it. But Drew Gulak is going to beat Tony Nese again.
You have a sweep over here on my side with the Bar, the Rat Boy, and Mental Taker and King Louie all taking Gulak, and I'm
Louie, yeah.
Too, so
I'll check my guys here.
It's a sweep over here for Gulak.
Yeah. Usually Vince has wrestlers lose in their hometown, but lately it seems like they've been winning. So my guys, Out of Control, Cody Thomas, Luis Cannon Lopez, and Deadpool James Herrera all have Gulak retaining the Cruiserweight Championship in Philadelphia. Let's see if Luis Cannon had anything extra to say on that one. Back to the women's tag titles. It's better just to keep the Iconics busy for now. Remember, they were a last-minute decision at WrestleMania 35. Yeah. He really hopes Asuka and Kairi get those titles. Yeah, they'll get more TV time. I'm sure they're grooming that for SummerSlam, possibly. SummerSlam is going to have like 10 million matches on it. I think 10 matches here on Extreme Rules is quite a few. Keep in mind, we're not going to see Finn Balor or Shinsuke Nakamura on this card. They recently fought on SmackDown TV last week, and Shinsuke got the victory. How exciting is that? I would love to see that program going to SummerSlam. I'm all in for that, Mark. And Luis Cannon says his official pick is Drew Gulak to retain that Cruiserweight Championship. So, all right, guys, we're moving on really good here. Let's see, what do I got next? I got the handicap match. Okay, here's an Extreme Rules stipulation. A handicap match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We've got Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross taking on the incumbent champion, Bayley, who seems to have no friends at the moment. But like we've been talking about, is this the time Sasha Banks is going to come back? Mark Wood, I know you're a Nikki Cross Mark. I know Mark's your name, but as a Mark of Nikki Cross. So they're going to be dual tag team champions. Or not champions, women's champion. How's that going to work?
No, I think Nikki takes it all by herself. And so does Eric Luckhart.
No, well, I don't know if you understand. It's a handicap match. If she wins, they're co-champions.
Okay, well then that's...
Yeah, I mean, that's not going to count against you, but yeah. Alexa Bliss is going to end up probably hogging that title. So it's going to be one of those weird WWE things where what I can see is maybe Bliss constantly has the title. And I don't know how it's going to go, but, you could be very well right. How this now makes me want to change my pick because I had Bayley retaining, but I'm not going to change it. I think you're going to be right, actually, but I'll go Bayley to retain because I think Sasha Banks is going to somehow save the day and then probably turn heel on her because we all want Sasha heel, but that's my dream. But any thoughts on this match?
Well, I mean, they have been pushing Nikki quite a bit, so it doesn't make any sense for her not to get the title as much as as much pushes that they've been giving her. King Louie has Nikki Cross as well. We don't need to talk about Rat Boy. We know who he's picking.
He doesn't even know who Nikki Cross is. It's all
right.
But
Mendel Taker and Barr are going with Bayley.
All right, so I'm not the only one with Bayley. Let's see what my guys said. I keep hitting the wrong screen there. Sorry. Deadpool has Alexa Bliss. He's a Bliss mark, I think. My guy, Loose Cannon. All right, buddy. He agrees with me. He's going Bayley probably that Sasha, and out of control Cody Thomas also with Bailey. So I just don't. When did she win that title? I can't remember. It was it Money in the Bank? She cashed in, right?
For
my memory is terrible. Bailey. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just see I see a singles. I think Sasha Banks is coming to help her out, and then she's going to turn heel on her. But I don't think you're going to get buddy. But and then
yeah, she basically rolled over the champion after Bale after Jesus. Sasha Banks rolled out, and did her little protest thing that she's doing. Yeah. So I mean, Bailey's been, it was like about 2 weeks later, and she was the champion. So,
well, who knows? Maybe we're all pipe dreaming with Sasha Banks coming back so soon. But I mean, eventually she's got to fulfill that contract. So she's had a nice break since WrestleMania. I understand the frustration for her, but it's time. You gotta be missing wrestling. So, and we all deserve a heel Sasha Banks, because I think that's what's best for business. But I think that'll be an entertaining match, and I kind of hope you're right. I mean, I definitely want to win my match, but it'd be weird seeing co-women. How the hell is that going to work out, Mark? I mean, Nikki's basically Bliss's heater.
Right.
She's going to want to have the belt because technically she's the co-champion. It's just one of those weird WWE rules, but
Bliss is Donald Brashear.
Yeah, she's the heater. But it should be an entertaining match. Philadelphia, I don't know. Match placement of this one, hopefully it's not shit on. Philly can be one of those crowds. If a match sucks, they're going to boo it. So, to tell you the truth, I thought Tacoma was a hot crowd. Did we come off pretty good?
Yeah, I didn't think you. I mean, you guys voiced your opinion. There was a good reason to do it. And you and I
mean, we voiced our opinion when Lacey Evans was the ref. When she came out, it was pretty much their AEW chants, CM Punk chants, any kind of chants. I don't really believe in the CM Punk chants, but it was a boisterous crowd. But
what do you think happens with him now that Heyman's up there? Isn't he a Heyman guy?
Who, CM Punk?
Yeah.
Oh man, CM Punk's never. I'm a believer that CM Punk will never step foot, at least in a WWE ring. What I believe is, I believe CM Punk's probably already been in a wrestling ring. I think he's had a mask on somehow. I mean, it would have to be a suit, because you could tell with his Pepsi tattoos and everything else. But this guy, mark my words, has probably been in a wrestling ring as a luchador somewhere, just clowning around at an indie event. But and if he hasn't done that, it will happen. But WWE ring, I don't know. It's going to take probably going to Fort Knox to bring that guy's money, big money bags. I just don't. Never say never, but I don't ever think CM Punk's ever coming back. Let's see if Luis Cannon Lopez has said anything. He's all in for a Nakamura Balor match at SummerSlam. I totally think that's going to happen, John.
What's going on with him? I mean, how come WWE's kind of shied away from Nakamura too? I mean,
I think they're slowly warming him back up. He was ice cold when he was tagged with Rusev. And speaking of Rusev, where the hell has he been? God, talk about a guy that probably needs a fresh promotion. I wouldn't mind seeing Rusev jump ship to AEW, but man, that guy, I haven't even heard about him. He's probably enjoying his summer. I think he's been playing basketball at charity events or something, but I haven't even seen Lana in anything. So
he's all over Twitter, though.
She all over? Okay. But
showing her body.
I'm totally confident Knock will have a solid program with Finn Balor here. That's definitely a SummerSlam. We'll probably even get the Demon for that one. Maybe Knock will be the first ever guy to knock off the Demon, but they are not featured on this card, guys. So we'll talk about that possibly here at SummerSlam. The next matchup, Mark, I've got is the singles match for the WWE Championship. We've got Kofi Kingston, who's had a Cinderella run. Not really Cinderella. He's been built very well as a credible champion. He's taken on Samoa Joe. And he has really punked Samoa Joe. I've enjoyed this lead up, but Kofi's also been choked out by Joe's Kimura, or what's he call it? The man, this is where I need John. I'm lost for words. What's Samoa Joe's choke out? I always say Kimura. That's Brock Lesnar. God, I'll come up with it here in a minute. But
the Coquita clutch.
Coquita clutch. Yeah, that's right. I knew you would help me out there. I would never be a good broadcaster, but I mean, look at me here on Twitter or YouTube. But I'm excited for this match. I think these two probably will have good chemistry in the ring together. I've enjoyed the build-up. Did I have any notes on this one? I just don't think it's ready. I know Coach had a great summer and a great run with this championship, and he's really looked good. I'm not ready for it to end. I think last night on Twitter, I'm not a 2K player. Mark, maybe you can give your opinion. John Luis Cannon Lopez and Deadpool were asking me who would be on the cover of 2K this fall. A lot of people said Becky Lynch. I think Kofi Kingston, who I'm picking here, would be a great choice. I think he should hold on the title longer than people think. Eventually, I think Fox wants to have Brock. I think Brock might shock the world and go after Kofi's title with the briefcase. But I'm not so sure. I'm not so. Yeah, I think so.
In this match right here.
Well, not here. I'm just saying. I think Kofi should hold on the title. I'm picking Kofi here. This is my pick. Hear me out. I think Kofi should have a run with the title a little bit. Get on that WWE 2K video game cover. And I know Fox takes over in October. I think Brock's holding on to the briefcase at least till Fox gets their TV, their SmackDown. So we'll see. But my prediction is Brock's going after Kofi's title and not Seth. But we will see. I mean, Paul Heyman's the Raw guy, so it makes it would make sense for him to Brock to go after the Universal. But anyways, for this match, I'm gonna go Kofi, and I'll shut my gums up, and you can talk.
I got Kofi Kingston as well. That was a hell of an escape out of that steel cage match when he went flying through the.
Oh yeah, what do you think of that? I mean,
that was a hell of a move.
Overall, I thought that cage match was kind of a sleeper, but that was
finish wasn't.
Yeah, the finish I had never seen that before in a cage match, and man, that looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that was definitely one hell of an escape from a cage, but you know it served its purpose, and he's still the champion. Eric Lucard has Kingston, Mendel Taker has Kingston, The Bar has Kingston, and Rat Boy has Joe.
All right. I'll get back to Loose Cannon on the Twitter or the chat here. I've neglected to see. Did I say who they? Yeah, I said who they wanted in the women's. Everybody has Kingston in this one. Loose Cannon, Deadpool, and Out of Control, as well as the Mailman. So we're all Kingston backers.
Other than Rat Boy with Joe.
Yeah, Rat Boy. He loves Samoa Joe. He always goes Samoa Joe. So that'll be a big win for him. He's going to need it. So I think it'll be a pretty good WWE Championship match. And who do you think, if Kofi does not get cashed in, obviously, who do you think Kofi's SummerSlam opponent will be?
I don't know. To me, I don't know what's going on with Kevin Owens.
Yeah. Well, Kevin Owens looks like a babyface to me. I don't think he's totally he's going
going Shane.
Yeah, it's probably another Shane KO little rival.
That's another indication they're going Stone Cold Steve Austin kind of that kind of middle finger standing up to the McMahon type thing. I'm all right with that. I mean, it's entertaining. You know?
I mean, if you remember a couple years ago, we had the Hell in a Cell with Shane and KO, or was that last fall? I don't even remember. Roles were reversed. I mean, people short-term memory. KO and Shane have already had this rivalry, but they could very well have another this time the roles reversed. I think KO makes a pretty good babyface as far as a badass, you know. But we'll see. We will see. What does John Luis Cannon Lopez say? Anything? Money in the Bank 2019 last May was for Bailey. That's when she won the title. Okay. He said Shinsuke Nakamura is signed for another 5 years. Okay, I didn't even know that. Thanks, Loose Cannon. That's why we have you on the Twitter. He says he misses Rusev and Rusev Day forever. Of course, Loose Cannon. A happy Rusev Day to you and Mark, my 2 live viewers. My God. You can't get enough of Rusev. But, man, I do miss that guy. And it is the Coquina Clutch. Good spelling there. I never knew that's how you spell it. And then he is picking Kofi Kingston to retain the WWE Championship over Samoa Joe, just like we said earlier. So we're down to our last 2 matches, Mark. How you doing over there? It's 11:30. Well, it's a Saturday night. You're all right.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. Thanks you for joining me tonight. We got to get the OGs back. We got to get Rap Boy and the Bar on here. Maybe we'll have a SummerSlam roundtable. But once again, the reason we haven't done that in a while is because we had that screw up where I couldn't hear you guys. And I know that was all on my end. So I blame me for ruining the old format. But we're all good, by the way, guys. Me and the Rap Boy are tight. Yeah, if in case anybody was wondering. So that brings us up to my co-main event. We're going to go. What do I have down, Mark? I have The Undertaker and Roman Reigns taking on Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre. This is a no-holds-barred tag team match. So that being said, Mark, I think this one's going to get 25 to 30 minutes. I think this is going to be a long-ass match. What say you? This one's going to have all the bells and whistles. Do you think The Undertaker can go that long? I think he can go that long when he has a guy like Roman Reigns to help him out.
I mean, this is Hulk Hogan, Macho Man type thing. You know, when you put Undertaker and Roman Reigns together, you know, it's cut on that what they call themselves, the Mega.
Oh, the Mega Powers.
The Mega Powers, yeah.
And then you had him and Brutus Beefcake.
Yeah.
The Ultimate Maniacs or something. I don't. Oh man, old school WWF. No, I'm excited. I'm kind of intrigued by this one. We've had The Undertaker. That was out in Everett, Washington. He showed up to save Roman from the beatdown from Seth and Shane. Are you sick of The Undertaker?
No, we haven't seen him in 2 years. So, I mean,
we saw The Undertaker at Super Showdown.
No. I mean, you know, as a regular reoccurring type. You know, we ain't seen him in a couple years. No, I'd rather see him than Shane.
I mean, I know he's long in the tooth. I'm still entertained. I mean, the entrance is badass, but as long as he's kind of in a tag, he struggled with Kane against Triple H and Shawn Michaels there at the Crown Jewel. That kind of hurt him, but I think Roman can carry it. This one's going to have all kinds of bells and whistles. Let me go to the panel's picks real quick because I think I saw a lot of shock value picks. My guy Deadpool has McMahon and McIntyre. A lot of people picked McIntyre last card to beat Roman Reigns too. That's where a pipe layer got hurt. Reigns ended up winning that one. And we also have Out of Control Cody Thomas taking McMahon and McIntyre. So the Scottish and Irish connection for those guys. My guy Loose Cannon Lopez as Undertaker and Reigns, and the mailman Jimmy Milstead. Gong. I can't pick against a duo of Undertaker and Roman Reigns in this fashion. They're getting my pick. I think this will be an entertaining bout. It's just not going to be a good night for Shane O'Mac and Drew McIntyre. I think we're rumored to get a one-on-one Drew and The Undertaker at SummerSlam. I think that's when Drew can get a big win back. What's Mark say?
I got Roman Reigns and The Undertaker, and so does Louis and Rat Boy and Barr actually have him as well. The only one that took Shane and Drew was the Mendel taker over on this side. Yep. So it'd be interesting.
Yeah. I mean, anything's possible, guys. Who knows what's going on in Vince McMahon's head? It seems highly unlikely to me that The Undertaker is going to return to the ring following a Saudi Arabia debacle with Goldberg to team up with the top star in the company just to lose. The babyface super team should get the victory, in my opinion. Wow, it's kind of weird, though, isn't it? KO's not on this card.
Yeah.
I wonder if he has anything to do with this because of Shane.
He'll be just like the 24/7 that 24/7 belt, man. I mean, I think that's the only thing really holding WWE together right now.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a 24/7 title announcement. Currently, Drake Maverick is the champion. What do you think of that? He is the current champion still, right?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, because he's on his honeymoon and he's taking pictures and holding the belt up in front of his wife in the pictures, and all you see is him in the belt. I mean,
I'm sure we're gonna get some lead in with that. Elias, I don't see is on the card at all. Totally the Taker and Roman Reigns are gonna win that one. Let's see what Loose Cannon's saying on the chatter. Sorry guys, I keep losing that window. He has Roman Reigns and The Undertaker officially to win this no holds barred tag match. And he predicts that Kevin Owens will interfere and give Shane the stunner again. So there it is. I think that's a great prediction there, Loose Cannon. So with that, guys, this has been a fun show, Mark. We're at the main event time.
Yep.
So I brought the bell outside and everything. This one was set up from the last pay-per-view when Lacey Evans was that special guest referee for Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans set the stipulations a couple of weeks back on Raw since they got over. They set the stipulations on Seth and the man Becky Lynch, the champions. This one, guys, is a last chance for Baron and Lacey. Last chance winners take all mixed tag team match rules. I don't still understand how this goes. If I guess it's just one pin, right?
Whoever loses, loses both titles. So
both titles are lost. Okay, both titles are automatically lost on whoever wins. If like Seth was pinned by Baron, then Becky loses as well. So, this is a good scenario for her to turn heel. Maybe you said, was it you that thinks maybe Becky Lynch could be a Paul Heyman girl?
No, it wasn't me, but maybe we'll see.
I heard that somewhere. I think that might have been Solid Monsters podcast, but maybe Becky could turn heel on Seth here in the future. Real life boyfriend, girlfriend, co-champions. By the way, did you see Becky on the cover of ESPN, the magazine?
Yes, she was on there with the girl from Glow, that TV show from Netflix.
Yeah, very good cover. I delivered those today. It was yesterday. Very cool. Very cool. I think she's the first ever, I know, female to be on there. I don't think any males have even been on there. I'm not sure. Get back to me on that one if you got your Google machine. But very excited for Becky, the man, Becky Lynch. We know who the bar is going to take, I believe, in this one. But I'll start this one off, guys. I just don't think it's time for these guys yet. They're going to end this little feud. And Seth and Becky aren't losing this one. I just can't see it, Mark. Put me in the mailbox. I don't really have a lot to say on this. I think it'll be entertaining. I don't know. It's just something.
You got a five-way sweep over here. Everybody's taking
a five-way sweep. I don't think Lacey's. I think she's been great, but she has a lot to improve.
Though I could see one thing happen in the middle of this match, and it kind of scares me. I could see Lacey hitting Rollins with that uppercut under the leg like he did against Brock Lesnar to win the title. I can see her doing that to Seth.
Man, that would just be that would be so.
Yeah,
I wouldn't know what to say, man.
right.
Unbelievable.
That's the twist I could see happening, but I'm not picking it. But
yeah,
that's the way I could see it happen, and then something happening between Seth and we don't know what's going on with Seth and Lynch behind closed doors, but I can see something happening there. With him those two losing the title on a crotch shot by Lacey on Seth. I don't know.
Well,
it'll be fun.
I think it'll be a fun main event to close it out, but it's definitely going to be on the champions. I think those guys will have singles matches at SummerSlam in Toronto. But what was I going to say? It was a clean sweep for my guys as well. Deadpool, Loose Cannon, and Out of Control Cody Thomas. What does Loose Cannon says? The main event will end with Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins defeating Lacey Evans and Boring Corbin to win the Extreme Rules tag match. He is officially going with what we just said. So, guys, that's the Extreme Rules predictions. Mark, any I'm going to open my Slam crate here in a minute. How excited are you once again tomorrow? Are you watching it live?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it live as well. Once I get some yard work done, but man, it feels weird. It feels like I haven't watched a WWE pay-per-view live in a while. I mean, like I saw the live event one here a couple of weeks ago at Stomping Grounds, but I haven't physically sat in my room where I'm traditionally used to it since probably Money in the Bank, I think. Is that right? Because I didn't watch the Super Showdown live. I had to watch that on demand. But anyways, any other thoughts before I open the Slam crate?
Not really. Like I say, Heavy Machinery, I don't know if you've been paying attention lately, but them and Otis has been he's been sending messages to the two girls. Jesus.
Is that right?
Yeah,
I think
he's been sending them, but these two are on talking about man. So you make me think. What's oh man.
You're not, which brand?
It's God damn it, I can't remember.
It's not Mandy Rose?
Yes, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. And
how could you forget them?
Yeah, I mean they've but Otis has been sending her messages, and she's like, "He's a freak. I don't want anything to do with it." It's like say it's a cute, funny little twist that's going on, but oh man,
outstanding. Well, thanks for joining me. Don't leave me yet unless you want to leave. John Lucana Lopez, you're the man, dude. Thanks for joining us. He says SummerSlam will be a pretty bizarro world this year. And he said he'll also be live tomorrow on the Twitter. And he will be watching Extreme Rules live. So, depending on how the show goes, guys, I'll let you know. I will be live. I'll communicate with you guys. If we want to get Froggy, and if you guys are bored on Sunday night, maybe we'll rehash it on episode 53 of the small package. It's been long overdue to have a post show. I want to get back into it. But our next show, Mark, I think we should have the round table back. Maybe I can get Loose Cannon Lopez on here. I'm going to have to do it, though, on Wednesday, the Wednesday before SummerSlam, because your boy is going to visit his folks on the East Coast. I won't even be able to watch SummerSlam live, unfortunately, which breaks my heart. But we'll also have NXT predictions as well. But I'm sure before then, though, we will have an episode 53 to touch base. But your thoughts on that, Mark?
You mean to tell me you don't have the app on your cell phone?
No, I have. I mean, I didn't mean to say I wasn't going to watch it live. Of course, I'm going to watch it live, but right. I'm not going to be in my element. I'm going to be at my folks, so gotcha. I might have to take it in doses. But my dad goes to bed early, so it's not. I mean, it's not like I'm going to be on the golf course or nothing. But it's just I didn't. I thought SummerSlam was usually around August 19th. I think it's like August 14th or something. But it's whatever that Sunday is. Or no, what is it? Maybe it's the 12th or it's like August 10th or something. It seems like it's a little bit earlier, but anyways, Loose Canyon Lopez, thank you for joining me, sir. Real quick, if you guys want to stick around, here's the Slam Crate. Spoiler alert, this thing's been out for like a week now, or probably 3 weeks. I don't know. I always save it for the small package show. So this month's theme, they don't have a theme anymore. It just says Slam Crate. So let's take a look at what the shirt says. The shirts have actually been comfortable. This one is kind of retro. It says then, now, and forever. So
yeah, that's the intro.
Have you seen that? Macho Man, Undertaker, Warrior. You got Rollins, Cena. Is that Charlotte Flair?
Sure, yeah, Charlotte.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a little cartoonish, but I'm gonna wear this tomorrow. I'll tell you what, this material, it's pretty comfortable. It's the same as these WrestleMania shirts. It's nice and light. It's actually a little chilly out here tonight. This month, holy crap, I might give this away on our next show. I think I already have this one. Or no, this is the white one. I already have a Seth Rollins. Maybe I'll give this away as a prize. I'll think about this, guys. Think about a contest. Maybe I can give away. I don't really need all these. Would you like one of these, Mark?
What is it?
I gotta know. This is like my second Seth Rollins. I'll think of a contest. I don't really need all these. I've already got one of him. It's kind of like this one's a special edition.
Is it a fathead type thing? Or
it's a little
bubble.
They're about these.
Bobblehead.
It's not quite a bobblehead, but man, I don't need two Seth Rollins, so I'll come up with a contest. Maybe I'll give this one away. But that's pretty cool. If you're into that stuff, the thing I get Slam Crate for is because I like collecting pins. This is the official WrestleMania 35. These are the side plate pins that you would put on a title. So that's pretty cool. I've got these frames that you can stick pins on. They hang up in one of my sports rooms. So this month you'd get the side plates for WrestleMania 35, New York, New Jersey. That's pretty cool. And then we got a tube here. I have no idea what this is. It is some kind of poster.
Yep. It's a Becky Lynch poster.
It's Balor Club Worldwide. I have no
okay.
What to do with that. I might give that away. I don't have any wall space for that, guys. I've got prizes now to give away here on the small package. I will keep these in mint condition. Oh, you get 2 pins. We've never had the WWE Championship, guys. I've got the WWE Championship. So that's a pretty cool pin. And then, of course, you always get the looks like they've gone smaller. They got like a trivia thing on here previewing what's next. But there's a kind of a card poster of The Undertaker. Oh, this is when we thought he was hanging it up.
When he left his hat and jacket.
Obviously, he's not done that. But that would have been the perfect moment for him to go out. But he's still here.
Yeah.
And then I guess they're previewing. I don't know. They kind of went light this time, guys. So I don't know if Slam Crate's really worth it anymore. To tell you the truth, they're like Vince McMahon. They've lost their creativity a little bit. So but as far as the pins are, they're quality. If you're a pin collector, those alone are probably worth whatever you pay for this thing. But anyways, was anybody else chatting? Loose Cannon says SummerSlam is August 11th. So, okay, I got that date wrong. And he loves the intro of the retro T-shirts. So, my thanks, guys, for watching. Mark, any last comments on this July 13th before we watch Extreme Rules tomorrow?
Nope, I ain't got anything. Just watch out for
All right.
Sasquatch.
All right, guys. I really thank you guys for joining me tonight. Mark, especially you, and John Loose Cannon Lopez for being live. Good luck in your picks. I will get the board ready and show everybody's picks on social media. And, guys, enjoy WWE Extreme Rules and get extreme. Good night for now. This is Jimmy Milstead, the mailman, for Mark Wood, the Woodchuck, and John Loose Cannon Lopez. It's going to be a happening. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe we will have a post show. But until then, have a good one. And enjoy Extreme Rules live on the WWE Network tomorrow night from Philadelphia.
I'm turning down, I'm on my knees. Been working so hard to fill my needs. 'Cause I got bitten by a hand that feeds. Now I'm burning cash like gasoline. I'm back to the grind. All I wanted is soul. 'Cause I've been walking this line too long. All I wanted is soul. No time is gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. I got no shelter in the driving rain. I got no lady to ease my pain. I got an empty bottle with an empty glass. Could somebody please just make this pass? I'm back to the grind. Yeah. And all I want is soul. 'Cause I've been walking this line too long. And all I want is soul. You know the time is gone, so don't miss me when I'm gone.